To watch Olympic marathoner Meb Keflezighi train is to watch perfection. Every stride is like an artist's brushstroke. It's no surprise he's a hero to runners. For most, he needs no introduction.
He's an inspiration to everybody.
And we kind of think of him as the ambassador for the sport.
He's a quiet celebrity, shy in a way, who this morning is taking his talent and his grace to the world stage in Rio.
For me, it's just another race. Go out there and do what I do best.
This is Meb's fourth Olympics. He won silver in Athens back in 2004. But Rio is different. Meb, who emigrated from Eritrea at age 12, is now 41, making him the oldest American Olympic marathoner in history.
I mean, do you feel older? You certainly don't look like you're 41. God knows you don't run like you're 41.
I definitely feel the age, but once the gun goes off, I try not to be concerned who's that 23-year-old or 25-year-old. I'm there to compete, to get the best out of myself and try to beat people as much as I can.
We found him high in the mountains of Mammoth Lakes, California. He comes up to this thin air before every big race to push his body hard at altitude.
So how many miles a week are you doing up here?
I'm probably doing 100 to 110 plus about another 8 hours of elliptical ride.
He literally wrote the book on training.
It's a 24-hour job because when you're resting, when you're eating, when you're recovering, when you're training, when you're cross-training, all those things, are taking a toll on your body. Your mind never shuts down, unless you're asleep. Let's go, we need to go.
Meb calls San Diego home. He lives there with his wife and 3 young girls. He walks them to school almost every day, about a mile each way.
Morning, how are you guys?
His study is lined with various honors, magazine covers, pictures of him at the White House.
At a dinner, we were on his table.
And of course, a fistful of medals.
This is the Athens Olympic silver medal.
Meb figures he's run over 100,000 miles in his long career. That's 4 laps around the globe. And counting.
I'm on my 5th lap, so.
It's all a long way from his desperate beginnings in the African nation of Eritrea. He grew up one of 10 children in a war-torn village, without electricity or running water, and very little to eat.
I just remember eating dirt for food because your mind tells you to look for something, survival instincts, I guess. You just dig deep on the ground and until it feels the moisture, and you just eat it and swallow it. Basically, that's food. But whatever you need to do to survive. That's my dad.
With the help of the Red Cross, Meb's father managed to get the family to safety, fleeing first to Italy and then to San Diego as refugees.
October 21st, 1987.
You remember the date?
I remember the date when we first came to the United States, and it's like a birthday for us, or Independence Day.
Meb's entire family crammed into this small apartment, surviving largely on food stamps. His father cleaned floors and drove taxis and helped them all learn English.
So he used to wake up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning before.
4:30 in the morning?
4:30 in the morning, and we would flip the dictionary word by word, and that's how we try to learn English.
All 9 of Meb's siblings went on to get college degrees, despite feeling like outsiders at first.
We had different clothes and had afro. Everybody was making fun of us, and tough position to be in as a kid.
He had never heard of running as a sport. He'd never even heard of the Olympics, until his 7th grade PE teacher, Dick Lord, changed all that.
Yeah, give me a hug. I gotta have a hug from my favorite students.
How are you?
Doing? It's good to see you.
Likewise, good to see you.
It was back in 1988. Lord asked his class to run a mile around this playground as fast as they could. Meb was lightning fast. He ran it in 5:20, blowing everyone else away. Lord was stunned.
But Meb had something special about him. He had it in his heart. He wasn't very big, but I'll tell you, he had the drive.
He went on to get a scholarship at UCLA, winning 4 NCAA titles. As soon as he graduated, he got his U.S. citizenship. Over the next decade, he racked up an impressive career, including a brilliant win at the biggest marathon in the world, New York City, in 2009.
For the first time since 1982, an American has won the New York City Marathon.
But that's when Meb's patriotism came into question.
Somebody said that I was not American enough because I wasn't born here, because of the color of my skin, because I was born in Africa. Is that what it is? Or how come some others don't have to defend their, where they were born, and because they're Caucasian? And it's hard, you get that feeling a little bit. You kind of punch below the belt.
Oh, these last strides, they must be killers.
That pain lingered until he ran what he still considers the race of his life, the Boston Marathon in 2014, the year after that deadly terrorist attack.
His name is Meb Keflezighi.
Of all years, the city really needed a win.
Keflezighi's going to win it in 2014.
And Meb delivered.
Unbelievable! The American dream is right here.
Meb Keflezighi wins the Boston Marathon.
He made the front page of almost every newspaper in the country as the first American to win that legendary race in 31 years. Suddenly, instead of questioning his patriotism, Meb's patriotism was all that mattered.
Winning the Boston Marathon is the most meaningful victory in my life, and most Bostonians don't say congratulations, they just say thank you.
This morning, as he represents the U.S. in Rio, he knows this will be his last Olympic marathon. But no matter what happens on the course today, Meb Keflezighi has already left his imprint as an athlete, an immigrant, and most of all, an inspiration.
Never give up on your dreams. Some dreams might come early, some people might come at 40 or 41. So keep being persistent. Be the best human being that you can be, and never forget your roots.